I love you, Ayana. I can't believe our day's coming to an end. So I am not going to talk for very long, just say a couple of things to bring things together and say a couple of thank yous. But I will say I became dean on a platform of as many donuts and as many glasses of champagne as possible for all people all the time. I failed on the donuts this morning because, well, when you suddenly get an emergency administrative call and you're on the way to campus, you can't get 4 dozen donuts. I'm sorry, but immediately after this, we will go out and we'll have champagne. We'll do a virtual toast first, but the champagne's waiting for us. So in 2018, Race Before Race was an idea. In 2019, it became a reality. In 2023, Race Before Race is a tectonic shift in how we do academic business. It's no longer as usual. I want to say a few words about forthcoming and other ways to help, and then say a couple of thank yous. The next Race Before Race theme is performance. It will be hosted by University of Chicago, and it'll be in the fall of this year. More information soon. I want to make a philanthropic plea. Please make a contribution to the Race Before Race Travel Fund. We funded, yes, it's so important. If you are listening on the live stream, do it right now. If you're in the room, do it later. But don't forget, 15 people joined us who would not have been able to join us. We want to keep that up. We want to keep the number increasing. We want there to be no barriers to anyone being here. So please, every penny goes to that travel fund when you donate. So a couple of thank yous. Thank you to the Mellon Foundation, actually doubly or triply thanking them, not only for the support of ACMRS, Race Before Race, but also enlarging the community of scholars that we have here at ASU permanently. The Hitz Foundation, the Henry Luce Foundation, the Institute for Humanities Research here at ASU, the Arizona State University Office of the President, and the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences Division of the Humanities. That's so weird, I'm thanking myself, but I will always support what we're doing here. A very special thank you to every ACMRS staff member and faculty member. I wonder if everyone in ACMRS can identify themselves. I would also like the Race Before Race board to please identify themselves so that we can applaud you for your work. And now I would like every presenter to please identify themselves so that we can thank you for making the 2 days that we've just experienced unbelievable. Thank you. And a final round of applause for everyone who's been part of the community over the past 2 days. This is an incredibly inclusive gathering where everybody has mattered here, so please, a round of applause for everyone who participated by coming. Okay. A final thought and a final thank you. First, the final thought. The question of to break or to build. Too often these days, we hear that our institutions are so irremediably broken that we should burn them down. Strangely, that impulse to set fire to the House as there are voters and politicians railing against the government sometimes meet our own colleagues in academia. And seldom remarked is that the readiness to burn something, to burn an institution, coincides with the very moment when these institutions have a diversity of voices and more of our fellow human beings included in them than ever before. If we burn it all down, who's left without refuge? Creating infrastructure and enacting systems change are as necessary as they are difficult. So it's through the harder work of building refuge that we gather here today. Sadly, most building projects have to imagine a future that has yet to come, and their architects don't always get to enjoy that future when it arrives. I think a lot about the people who laid the foundations of what we're enjoying here today, and I think especially about Kim Hall and Margot Hendricks and the field that they imagined many years ago that is being realized and has been realized belatedly, but it's here, and we owe them a lot. There are only 2 of the many more than 9 muses, I think, for Race Before Race. They changed the field in ways that we're still realizing, and whatever community we enjoy here is the work of many hands over many decades. But also, and this is very specific, it's the work of Ayanna Thompson, one of the most generous and visionary people I've ever worked with. She is selfless in her leadership, consistently giving her staff and her board and her community all the credit that they deserve. But she is a key to shared success. She is an advocate. She is a nudge. She never takes credit for what she achieves, and thus, all the more reason to pause at the end of this very rich event and to thank her. Ayanna, you never seek praise. You never search for credit and glory. But please stand for a moment and accept our gratitude and applause. A little known fact is Ayanna hates attention, and I'm sorry to have done that to you. But this is where we break for champagne, and thank you, everyone. This has been an amazing gathering.
Okay.